Yo, what's up gamers? Welcome to our second episode of DB University, where we review and analyze gameplay that is submitted by members of our community. Today we have Bubba on Shelter Woods. Over the Moon specifically stated that they haven't played Bubba in over a year, but wanted to give him another try, so let's get right into it. So starting off, we kind of spawned like in the middle of the shack, kind of like by shack side. And looking at our perks, we do have Bamboozle to block off windows, great perk on Bubba. We have Discordance to find multiple people on gens, so we'll probably look to find that early. Zanchin Tactics, I think just to be a little bit more familiarized with pallets and windows. I think I actually see somebody spawned right in the middle of those trees on the right side, which is nice. And we also have Tinker to sneak up on people. So the objective that we're going to have is to try to generate a lot of pressure, get a lot of the pallets out of the way, create some dead zones, and then we can fall back on Bamboozle. And the reason is we don't have any gen regression perks, so we need to slow the game down through altruism. So let's go ahead and see if we find anyone on Discordance. So we're kind of going around. I would definitely go to some of the gens that are far away. We do see somebody really, really early right in front of us, which is awesome. Want to try to get into a chase with them here. Are they going to play the power or are they going to leave? Looks like they leave here. Okay, now I would definitely pull up the chainsaw here. A little bit late on the chainsaw, but I think it should be okay regardless. Might be able to get a pallet or something out of the way. Now, I think right there we were just a little afraid of tantruming. If we pull up the chainsaw a little bit early, we can get rid of this pallet. They're forced to drop it and they can't make it to the window. Just something to note. Let's go over to the shin with Discordance. Should be able to get over here. We can see Bill and Meg. Okay. So you want to try to chase the person. Well, it looks like they both run a shack, but in general, you want to try to avoid shack. You can cut it off immediately. Good read on the potential vault there. Very smart of you to cancel that. What I would probably do in this situation is if they do plan on running shack, I would just vault into the shack to deny the window. And then they have to give you the pallet immediately. So it looks like that's going to happen on this rotation. Ooh, a lot of restraint on this Meg player. Okay, they seem pretty good. But now we're going to force the pallet on them for sure. We can go ahead and rev right now. The 3 tokens is going to be enough. So no tantrum here. She has to get the pallet. Awesome. And once you get 2 tokens here, we should be able to catch up to them here. So let's see what they do. I think we definitely could have got that if we continued our chainsaw rev there with our additional token. Could have accidentally stopped it. That might have been the case. But we are getting a lot of pallets away, which is nice. We want to try to chase this Meg over towards the gen with Discordance. I'm not even sure if they're still playing this, honestly. Are they? They're still playing it. I guess you heard them in the side of the wall. I didn't. Nice, get the pallet out of the way. I would probably drop this chase down and go check on the gen with Discordance. We're kind of doing a lot of cleanup duty on this. Ooh, nice. I would rev here for sure so we could get the down with the chainsaw or get the pallet out of the way. But we have a lot of, you know, it might seem like we're in kind of a tough spot because some of the gens are flying by, but we've got a lot of pallets out of the way, so later on in the game we're probably in a good spot. I think we thought that somebody was like playing this pallet or camping it. I think we could have got the build there though if we manage our charges efficiently. And we're going to chase the Cheryl. So we're going to lose the gen on the other corner of the map, which is okay. But we do need a down here so we can kind of punish some altruism. Bubba, obviously, is very, very strong at proxy camping hooks. So if we can get a hook inside of our 3 gen, probably on the shack side of the map, we'll be in a good spot. This Cheryl is kind of in the middle of nowhere. As long as you don't tantrum on one of these trees, we should be in a good spot here. Let's see what we can do. Get a little turned around. Okay, very nice. We got the down. So what I would recommend doing if you're having trouble controlling your chainsaw charges is to kind of look at the bottom half of your screen where you can see the power gauge on the chainsaw. So let me go ahead and rewind it. So right here, you can see that the chainsaw is revving and there's a 2 with the red bar, right? So if you right click optimally when the red bar is about to run out or the red square is about to run out, you can then get the optimal amount of chainsaw sweep distance. And by looking at the bottom half of your screen, it allows you to focus on where your chainsaw is in addition to the charges and still see the survivor's feet for where they're moving. Because it can be really overwhelming if you're trying to keep track of the charges, see where the survivor's going. You're trying to like not, you know, tantrum in objects and stuff. So I would definitely, you know, try to do that in the future. I also hear a boon too. Not the worst against Bubba. You know, we have a lot of insta down and, you know, once we get rid of these pallets, they really don't have a lot. They just have some decent windows to, you know, have safe spots for them. I hear Meg injured in the shack. I think she's playing the... oh, I thought she was going to play the shack there. We have Tinker here, so... We have somebody pretty deep near our 3 gen. So if we can push them off of this gen, that would be very good for us. Okay, we have Nancy. Thanks to Janster Tactics, we know that this is a long wall jungle gym. Great read on the vault there. What the lie? Oh, the robbery. That was really well played by us. Very nice job. Oh. We definitely could have kind of tried to pull up our chainsaw here. Maybe you just don't want her to get to the window. Tough to say. Taking a little bit of pressure is okay, but because of the boon, I don't want to go for M1s that much. Ooh, this is good. Now, if we rev here, we can deny this pallet. We need to rev. We need to already rev, though. Oh. I'm the one who's a fool because you already get rid of that pallet. So I lied. You did the right play. That's the beauty of doing things all in one take, you know, without seeing it before. So, hey, you know, sometimes I make mistakes as well. Love your charms, by the way. Okay, so we want to path kind of towards Shack. We know that they got unhooked there recently, and they're working on the gen right there, as expected. We have, like, a very minor 3-gen near Shack's side, if we can try to hold that. Respect to you for not, you know, just camping all the hooks as well in this situation. We do know someone is here with Discordance. I think that's who you're looking for, and very smart. So you know because of your information perk... No, you know because of your information perk that there's someone else there. A really, really unfortunate tantrum there, but I think that just comes with practice. I don't really have a lot to say about it. Really smart of you to try to double back around the tree instead of following around the tree as well. That's usually what I would recommend for tight spaces. Okay, we do have everyone fully healed, but we do have 3 survivors here, and not a lot to work with. Okay. Now we know this player has Lithe as their exhaustion perk of choice. Very nice job. Very nice job. And I'm assuming we're going for the pick here. I don't think there's any flashlights or anything like that. Whoa! Okay. Good evade on that one. And we know that 2 people are not doing anything. So there's only 1 survivor that can possibly be working on a gen, which is really good for us. And it looks like Bill is kind of hovering around here for the unhook. I don't know if we didn't see Bill. Did his camo sweater threw us off there? That's unlucky. Okay, yep, we're going to go back. It makes perfect sense. We do see where the other survivor is off of the Tinker. We want to try to go for... I mean, honestly, you could even go for Nancy. It's like just a 10-second borrow time just to down her and, you know, play around that. Nice one, though. We knew that Nancy didn't have off the record because she was making grunts of pain. So she only has the base kit, or the potentially borrow time from Bill, but most people don't really run borrow time these days. We're actually in a pretty decent spot for no gen regression perks. We have 4 hooks, 2 gens left. A lot of the pallets out of the way. As long as we can punish some more ultras from here, we should be in a spot to, you know, get a couple kills. Very nice. I don't know. Nancy was asleep at the wheel there. That was very good by you. Slugging for pressure at a perfect time. Yeah, I would, Ooh, slow ball. We can probably vault after this. Nice. This is a really smart time to slug for pressure. We know that the player that just completed the gen has to come across. And they do. Do we make this in time? Oh, I don't know. It's going to be really close. Yeah, we don't make it in time, unfortunately. So right now, I would drop this chase completely and go back to your slug and the person that's on the hook, which is exactly what you were doing, which is a smart decision. And I think that they're kind of just in... Yeah, they're just in this area. My tip for the boon totems, when you want to snuff them, is to look down at them. Like, look all the way at the ground. If you try to look, like, eye level, like, it just doesn't work. It's really frustrating. But they have stated that it is an issue that they're looking into. We don't really have a 3-gen here, but this is kind of a dead zone, so we should be able to go for a chainsaw. Here, I would 100% chainsaw this player, because there's not really anything else that they have available to them that they make in time. Looks like she's going to play this long wall again, yep. Okay. The good news here is that now we can go for an M1, but I think she's going to make this pallet. So you might want to start revving right now, which is what you're doing. That's very smart. As long as we play it well and don't tantrum, which it looks like we did, we should be able to get it, and through the dead heart as well. Very nice job. Very, very nice job. I think I heard another boon there. So I would imagine that they're towards Shack side right now, working on those gens. We do see a Cheryl. First hook on Meg is pretty rough. I don't think we're able to get all 3 hooks on her unless they make a lot of really, really unfortunate mistakes. And thanks to Zanshin Tactics, we are able to see that there's no pallets around this area, so could be another down for us. Go ahead and start revving. The only way that she escapes is if we collide with something. I will say here that this obviously comes with practice, but your tantrum radius is not this far away from the rock. You're kind of running very, very far outside of the rock. You could hug almost as close as Cheryl is to the rock as it would hit them, and you would be able to get the set. there isn't really like one like catch-all tip. Oh, unfortunately, get stuck on the locker. To helping with a situation like that, it really just comes with practice. And I know that it's been a while since you played Bubba, but for anybody watching. Okay, now same situation. All we need to do, not transform on the tree. So we need to go around the tree to the side. That was actually really smart by the Cheryl. She just kept running there. We just get it. Let's go. Very nice. So you ran that rock a little bit tighter, which ended up, you know, getting you that down there, which is very, very good. Power struggle? Nice. No power struggle. They never have it. 6 hooks, 1 gen left. Okay, so they're probably on the, they're probably on the gen that's on the far side of Shack, but interestingly enough, we don't see anyone in Discordance. I would imagine they'd be working on the same gen together. Yeah, we definitely just want to punish this Meg. And then I think we're going to try to just punish any altruism on the Cheryl or the Meg afterwards. I don't think it's realistic that we'll be able to get to the other side of the map before they're done, if they're working on it, which it looks like Tinker just went off. It's a little bit of a forewarning for us. Remember that this Meg does have Dead Hard. Okay, nice. So there's only one person on the gen because we know there's no discordance, so the gen is going to pop in 8 seconds. We need to try to down this Meg before 8 seconds. It looks like she doesn't have adrenaline, though. That's the world's latest Dead Hard? I'm really surprised that connected. But I knew you were thinking about it. I could tell by the way you were playing, which is very smart. Thankfully, no adrenaline on Meg, which is good. And I don't think they're going to be able to get across the map. They would need to book it immediately to snag the other player off the hook there. Ooh, they just got it. Dang. Maybe we can stop them from opening this door and get another kill, possibly. Just heard the boon. It's right here, same spot. Very nice. Looks like we're going to chase Nancy. Nancy's going towards the hook, which is perfect for us. And what is she running into us? Trying to give us a kiss here? What's going on with that? Okay, great down. Very, very efficient. You could choose to slug here. I think they're going to have the door open. I would imagine that there's just going to be a 2-person out. Oh, somebody going for the save. Okay. Respect, respect. I think they just booked it to the left, right? Did somebody else stay behind? I was under the impression that they both booked it to the left. So we might be able to cut through the middle of the map and get to them before they get to that exit gate, which is open, if we go pretty much in a diagonal like you're going right now. There's probably somebody by the exit gate right now that's like waiting, right? Actually really surprised to see that they're still opening this. Okay. Cheryl. So this other gate is not open. We know that for a fact. So I would imagine that we should be able to get this down here on this person. Looks like we... Ooh, just barely don't have enough time. Thank you once again, Over the Moon, for the second submission. This Bubba game was very fun to watch, and I hope that everyone watching learned something from it. I do stream on Twitch and TikTok quite a bit during the week. If you're interested, the links are down below in the description. I love to get to know you more personally, and it's always cool talking to people from other platforms. Thank you so much for watching.